Water wheel. It's for a step through punch. The person steps and they punch. You're going to step to the outside, push block, back fist to the temple, bring your chop down into his shoulder, come up over top with a vertical punch to the head, and come back with another vertical punch. Do that again, full speed. Sleeping serpents for a kick punch. So the guy steps through with a kick. You're going to step forward to block his kick with a low block. As his punch is coming here, you're going to do an inward defend. You're going to come up underneath, hit him with an elbow to the midsection or to the ribs. Draw your leg up, kick to the back of the knee like we've done many times before. Do a back fist to his temple and a palm strike to the back of his head. Let's do that full speed. Waterfall. It's for a step through punch. So as he steps through punch, we're going to do this as we did in butterfly here. We're going to bring his arms up with a big sweep. We're going to come down with a knife hand strike to the back of the neck, and then come back up with a strike to the bridge of the nose. So that again, full speed. Prance of the Tigers for a 1, 2, 3 punch. So the guy's going to step forward and punch. You're going to step back with an outward defend. He's going to make a punch. You're going to do an inward defend with the other hand and kick to the groin at the same time. Then he's going to make the next punch. You're going to do an outward check here, outward block here with a vertical punch to the center, to the solar plex. Flip this hand down. It's okay if you hit him in the temple or in the bridge of the nose, but your key target is to come down here and come down across the chest bone that we talked about before. So let's do that in full speed. Three tongues of the dragon, it's for a punch, so he's going to step through with a punch. As he steps forward to punch, you're going to step back, you're going to block with a check, counter grab, kick him into the blade of his knee, draw back, kick him into his ribs, it's going to bend him over slightly, and then hook kick to the back of the head. Let's take a look at that at full speed. Block in the sun is for a 1, 2 punch. So the guy steps forward with a punch. I'm going to step up. He's trying to punch me in the face, so I'm going to do a high defend. He's going to do an under punch. I'm going to bring that hand down. So you're going to come up, come back down with a low block. Then you're going to come in, spearhead, grab the groin, grab his groin. So let's pretend this is groin. As you rip and pull his groin, you're going to put a knife hand chop across his throat, and that's the motion you're going to get. Okay, so let's take a look at that at full speed. Legions of Mings for a kick punch. So he's going to step forward with a kick. I'm going to step back with a block. He's going to make a punch. I'm going to do an inward defend. I'm going to slide into an elbow, a back fist, and then I'm going to do a ridge hand chop at the same time to bring him down to the ground. So let's do that again. Fish hook. It's for a step through 1, 2 punch. So when he steps into his punch, I'm going to step in forward with the opposite leg of what he's stepping in. I'm going to do an inward defend, and then he's going to make his next punch. I'm going to come up over top of my elbow. So my elbow is going to come over, same hand, drive his hand down, and make a back fist to the temple. I really think this is a very simple, very quick technique. So let's do that at full speed. The sickle is for a straight across punch, so he steps through with a punch. I'm going to step forward with the same foot he stepped forward and do a sweeping high defend off that backhand. Let that be a continuous circle. Come down with a ridge hand to the groin. Come back with the other hand to a palm strike to the rib. Come back to the solar plex with a vertical punch to the chest. And then come up over top and punch him in the temple. Let's do that one full speed. The dagger is for a straight across punch. So when he steps up with a punch, I'm going to step in with the opposite foot with an inward defend, and I'm going to do this hand here as a check. Now if I can catch the hand, I'm going to catch the hand and grab it. That's even better. If I can't, don't worry about it, just continue to flow. If you can't catch it, just continue to flow with your technique. So I'm going to do an inward defend, grab, knife hand chop to the neck, come up with an elbow to the chin, drive down to a hammer fist to the groin, come back up around with a back fist to the temple, a palm strike to the temple, and then unwind your body and come back into a palm strike into the midsection. So let's do that full speed. Mantis is for a punch from the side. So when the attacker makes a punch, you're going to turn into a cat stance. You're going to bring this up into a check here. Let it come over top. Think of a praying mantis. You know how you can see a praying mantis and they have their hands like that? So this is a mantis technique. So we're going to go here, come back over, cup his hand, pull him forward as you kick his knee, and you're going to come across with an eye strike to his eye, push his hand down, come up with a knife hand strike to the throat. Let's do that full speed. Rolling mantis is a very tricky technique. This one's very controversial. When the person steps through with a punch, you're going to step out with an outward defend, and now you're setting yourself up for the next attack. So you're stepping out, and I'm giving him this attack. So I want him to make this. This is what's available. So he's going to. I'm setting myself up for it to be punched here. This is really a counter setup. So when he makes his punch, I'm going to go into, so I know exactly where he's going to go because I put him there. Think of playing chess. I'm going to do an inward defend, pull back here into a cat stance, and then kick him to the inside of his knee, and then a vertical punch to his temple. So let's do that full speed. Diving hawk. It's for a hammerlock from behind. So as he grabs, I'm going to step back, hugging his body, hit him with an elbow to the face, counter grab his hand as I do, the one that he's got a grip on. Make a big circle, step around here, do a front kick, it's a hopping snap kick here, set your foot down forward, do an inward break to his arm, an elbow into his skull, don't drop all the way down now, and then an elbow to his spine. So let's do that again at full speed. Sweeping arm hook is for a straight across grab. So he reaches in to choke me. I'm going to bring my hands up over top of his hands, drive his hands down with a kick to his groin. So I'm going to come up with a snap kick up to his groin, set that foot down and do an elbow strike up to his chin. Let's do that full speed. Snapping twig is for a straight across shoulder grab. The guy's going to grab, I'm going to step back, I'm going to counter grab, I'm going to break his arm, drive his arm down, I'm going to hit with a knuckle rake across his eye, I'm going to step in slightly as I do an elbow strike to the back of his head, and then come back down here with a low strike to his groin, which we're going to do a hammer fist to the groin. So let's do that again, full speed. Breaking the yoke, it's for a punch, so the guy's going to step through with a punch. I'm going to step back, I'm going to do a high defend here, or an outward defend here. I'm going to come through with a kick to his groin. I'm going to grab his hand as I do that, as I come in for that kick to the groin. Come up underneath his arm, this palm strike is going to hit him in the chest. Come up, choke him in the, do a tiger claw to choke his throat. And at the same time, I want to take his hand and I want to push forward here, and I want to bring my neck back. So I'm choking him out, and I'm breaking his arm at the same time. When the guy taps, when our partner taps, then we'll know to come back up underneath, then leg sweep, and set top to the ground, and then punch. And that's your finish. Let's do it at full speed. Raising the shields for a kick punch. So he steps through with a kick. I'm going to step back with the same foot and do a low block, and the same hand as he does the punch, I'm going to do a sweeping high defend. I'm going to shuffle in. I'm going to do an elbow strike to the wrist. Now, this technique is a really good one if you have multiple attackers. So if I have a couple of guys and I'm fighting, and one guy's doing a kick punch, so when he makes that kick punch and I step back and block, I can hit this guy with the elbow and continue to flow and keep going on to the other attackers. So let's do that full speed. Circling pagoda, it's for a straight across punch. So when he steps forward, I'm going to step with an outward defend. I'm going to do an outward defend here. I'm going to come in with an elbow strike to his ribs. Now notice I keep my hand here as I do this strike, because I want to come back in and wrap around and wrap his arm. Now I want to yank, so stay there. I want to yank his body. I'm going to twist my hips and yank his body forward, and that's going to pull him into that knife hand strike across the throat, which is going to close on him and send him down to the ground. So let's do that full speed. The thistle, it's for a headlock. So the guy grabs with a headlock. Now remember we talked about earlier, make sure you turn sideways when you grab so that your face isn't going forward. We talked about this in yellow belt stuff. So grab them on both hands, drop your whole base straight down. They're going to have a hard time keeping you up as they're trying to choke, so go ahead and make a squeeze a little bit there. Bring this hand out of here, chop him into his groin. So you're going to bring it up. You can do up to 2-3 strikes, whatever makes him loosen his grip. Once he loosens his grip, then you know you're good to go for the next part of your self-defense here. So you strike him in the groin, drive back, pull your hand down here, because now you're able to free up here, grab the base of his foot, take your elbow and shove it into the back of his knee. So too many times I see students doing the wrong spots. Behind his knee and at the base of his foot, push and pull at the same time. Push here and pull at the same time. And that's going to send the guy down straight to the ground. And from there you can do an ankle lock or whatever else you need to do. Let's do that full speed. Passing wind, it's for a straight across punch. So when he punches, I'm going to step forward with a push block. I'm going to come in with a hammer fist into the crook of his arm here, so right in the inside of his elbow. So it's like I'm pushing his hand back to him, so like we're going this way here. That's not going to be the result. The result is we're collapsing the hand. We're going to come back with a back fist to the knee, back fist to the temple, then grab his collar or his hair, whatever you want to grab here, pull him into a knee strike, and then throw. Let's do it again, full speed. Reversing wind, it's just pretty much the same setup as passing wind. So when the guy steps through with a punch, you're going to step forward now, this time with the opposite foot. So the other time you step with the other foot, now you're going to step forward the opposite foot. This is all the same, push block, back fist to the temple is the same. Then you're going to cup to the back of his hand. So once you make the back fist, you're going to cup here to the back of his head. Now you're going to step back with that foot. You're going to come over top with a knife hand strike to the back of his neck, and you're going to make a thrust kick to his head, finish him there. So let's do that at full speed. Double spear is for a step through punch. When the guy steps through punch, you're going to step forward the same foot and you're going to do a push block to knock his hand away. Okay, so we're doing that same thing here. Now turn that block into a strike, into an elbow. So you're going to go here, right into an elbow, block, strike, and then strike him across the eyes here with a spear hand to the eye. Come down, grab his arm if it's still there, make a back fist to the rib, draw through, tiger rake across the face, and then pull his arm forward as you do an elbow strike to his head. So let's do that at full speed. Crossing swords is for a punch from the side, so if you're standing to the side here. So the guy makes the punch, you're going to step across and push block to knock the hand out of the way. So I'm stepping across with my back foot to knock the hand out of the way. I'm going to come up with that check. I'm going to unwind my body. I'm going to do a knife hand strike to the back of his neck here. Turn my body into an elbow. Step back as I draw a rake across his spine. Then draw in and side kick to the ribs or to the spine, whichever is available. So let's do that full speed. the wedge. It's for a straight across attempt for a choke. You're going to bring your hands up. So you're going to step forward with your opposite foot, bring your hands up this way, this type of motion here. Bring them around as you twist his arms, turn underneath his body. So you back away for 1 second. You need to be in more of a front stand motion here because you want to throw him over your hip. Now this is what we do when we're working with someone in a school, another student. But in reality, I want to throw him over my shoulder and make him crash straight down there. So let's take a look at that in slow motion real fast again. He comes through, bring the hands up, I turn, I twist my body here, throw him over, I'm going to keep a hold of his arm, drive my knee into his ribs, and come down with a punch. Keep his arm here, you can do the arm break at the same time. Let's take a look at that in fast motion. Double asp, it's for a 1-2 punch. So when he steps forward to punch, I'm going to step forward with my opposite foot. I'm going to do an inward defend. Then as his next punch comes, I'm going to bring this hand up over top and do a crane block, which is going to be the whipping motion like this. And I'm going to bring this under punch here because his ribs are exposed and do an uppercut right to his ribs here. So let's do that in quick motion here. Oriental leverage for a hook punch. So as he steps forward with a hook punch, we're going to step in with these double knife hands. You guys remember this from earlier self-defenses you did. You're going to come around and wrap around as you did before. Elbows the same. Knife hand strikes the same. Reach up now. This time you're going to grab his hand, flip his arm over. So all you got to do is real simple. It's just push and over. Then you're going to pull down. As you pull his arm down, you want to raise your shoulder up and that'll snap his arm there. Once again in full speed. Chinese pinchers is for a straight across punch to the face. So as a guy steps to make a punch, I'm going to do a sweeping high defend. And I'm going to step across with this foot. So I'm doing a cross step, sweeping high defend. Bring this other hand up at the same time to grab his arm. Let that circle continue to flow. Hit him in the groin. Bring that leg out from underneath you and bring his arm back for the sweep. Do that one more time. Full speed. Crossing hooks is for a straight across punch. So as he steps forward across with his punch, I'm going to step forward, do an outward block. I'm going to break his arm. So I'm going to do an outward block, grab and break. Push that through the break. After you do the break, wrap around his arm. Now I tell a lot of students if they want, they can grab that hand as they pull him down and then step back at the same time, pulls him down here, come down, palm strike, and rake the face with a tiger claw. So let's do that at full speed. Breaking the stage, it's for an attempt bear hug from behind. As he's trying to reach to trap my arms, I'm going to step out, bring my elbows up, drive my elbow into the solar plex, a knife hand strike to the groin. Now I'm going to take this foot and step across this foot. I'm going to unwind with a back fist to the temple, a palm strike to the temple, and then come back in with a punch to the solar plex. Let's do that at full speed. The lion, it's for a straight across choke. I'm going to do a palm strike down with one hand, a palm strike up with the other hand, and the hand that's coming up is the foot that's going to come up with a kick either to his kneecap or to his groin. Draw back and shoot a side kick to the inside of his knee and a knife hand strike to the back of his neck. So let's do that at full speed.